And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is fight time! Starting out the evening, we have a fun matchup for you guys. We have our Family Feud Kids Junior Kickboxing Exhibition. Starting out, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, help me welcome Preston Elvis Csoka.
Hi, Preston Csoka is one of those kids that we haven't ever seen before, but his dad is on the card tonight, so which is going to make it a great time for both of these to be on the same card. When you get a chance to do that with your dad, you get to go out and whoop somebody.
When you were in 6th grade, absolutely. And you know what? This was John's idea. His dad, John Csoka, who turns up later on the card, he said, you know what? He knew his opponent had a daughter. They're both about 85 pounds. Preston, also a football athlete. He's been training for about 6 years. He is 11. And likes to play a little Fortnite when he's not training. His favorite fighter is Mike Tyson. We'll see what he brings into this cage.
CD, when you get your last name or your middle name is Elvis, does anything go wrong?
I mean, I don't think so. A lot of kids, they play catch with their dad. These kids are going to an MMA fight and competing in their dad.
That's right. Hey, Dad, let's go. It's like Step Brothers. Let's go in the garage and break something. That's exactly what it's like.
Worth noting, Matt Coyote is in the corner of Elvis, Preston Elvis, excuse me. And that's it's a really good experience to have in your corner.
Yeah, his advice will be as good as it gets from that corner.
And his opponent, making her way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Aaliyah Lax.
Aaliyah Lax all the way up from Virginia Beach, ladies and gentlemen, to take on the young Preston Csoka, which ought to be a great fight also. When you get a chance to see some of these guys and starting, this is how you start in the MMA. This is how you start building this. You see Little League Soccer, right? You see Little League Baseball. Where do you have Little League MMA?
Not a lot of kids get involved in full contact sports.
Right. Like, you know what they're doing? They're playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything. They're sitting on the couch.
Right.
Get off the couch.
This couldn't be more different, and certainly probably the most nerve-inducing activity you could do. So at such a young age, this is going to give them a different level of maturity that I think they'll find in their, I guess, 5th grade class.
Sure.
Yeah.
That won't be there, maybe with the teacher, maybe.
And let's talk about safety here. They're wearing
everything.
Headgear, they're wearing big gloves, they're wearing shin pads, and
right.
Let's face it, they're 85 pounds. The idea that they can generate enough power to actually hurt each other is not sort of in the cards tonight.
Absolutely.
5th grade, favorite subjects math. Her 2 favorite fighters are Tyra, the tiny Terra Graf pro out of right here in Virginia, and Amy Golding, who's also
Ladies and gentlemen, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 4'7" and weighing in at 85 pounds, fighting out of Sokodo Karate with a record of 0-0. He's making his CageZilla debut. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Preston Csoka!
Csoka standing 4'7". He's just a little bit taller than I am. So there'll be some things to see tonight.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 4'6" and weighing in at 85 pounds, fighting out of UFC Gym of Virginia Beach, also making her CageZilla debut, it's Aaliyah Lax!
Lax coming all the way up from Virginia Beach. They had a lot of snow up there, down there. I'm glad she could make it up for the fights this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout will be a modified rules Muay Thai boxing bout with headgear and shin guards. It'll be 3 2-minute rounds, and your referee is Michael Dolman.
You know, this is fun for the crowd, too, because we started off with something that's fun that they can get behind. Is there anything better than kids? I mean, right now, when the kids are doing something, how many parents do you see in the stands at Little League games and football games? So now you start to get behind these kids and start rooting for these kids. As our referee, Michael Dolman, steps out there, one of the best in the business, and always Lax comes out swinging right off the bat.
Look at that big hook and a straight right back from Preston.
Good punches being landed here.
Yeah, and you know that these two have probably been in the gym with their dad since they were 2.
Right.
Right? I mean, since they were born. Look at Aaliyah just putting it on him.
You know, Charles, you and I
nice
talked about this
kick.
before, where we see debut fighters here at CageZilla who do not look like debut fighters. They look like experienced amateurs. These 2 kids look like they know what they're doing.
You know, they definitely trained well for this. This is pretty impressive.
Michael Dolman checks out Csoka.
You got to figure cardio's not going to be a problem either.
Yeah, good rights and lefts here. Good
nice.
left from
Yeah.
Lax. Preston stepped right into that one and took a shot from Aaliyah, just right to the headgear. You know, it's funny because on the card it says Preston's a little taller, but I don't think so.
No, I think he's given up an inch or two.
Yeah. It's almost like that football program. You're trying to psych somebody out. You say you're a 5'11" linebacker.
That was a nice kick.
Oof.
That got under the mask.
To the neck.
Yeah, that.
You know, we say it very casually how Michael Doman really is one of the best in the business. But
He
my
is.
gosh, we have seen him, Charles, we've seen him block an illegal punch from 2 fighters when the ground and pound is raining down.
Yeah, he's definitely the best in the business right now, and I think he's just checking to make sure she's okay, giving her a second, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. It went right up underneath there. I don't know if it caught the chin or the Adam's apple, but, man, that really did. Timeout by Michael Doman here. So we're going to stop the clock just to make sure everything's going on. Brings a little hush over the crowd, but we're going to make sure she's okay. And I'm sure that Preston didn't mean to kick her there. You know, I'm sure that wasn't, hey, I'm going to kick her in the neck here on purpose.
Yeah. I think she actually bit her tongue.
Oh, is that what she did?
It looks like, yeah. I think that's what
maybe
Mike
so.
was saying. They're going to give her a little water.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, that slid up underneath there and got her on the neck. That'll really hurt. Maybe mom's coming in there and checking her out, making sure she's okay. I mean, and the funny thing is you throw in Michael Doman in the middle there as the referee, but he's doing anywhere from the 280s to the to the 60 pounds.
This may be the smallest smallest pair of fighters.
If Mike had to break these kids up, he'd probably just pick them up by both hands.
Yes.
Oh, it's over. She bit her tongue.
But you know what? They're a lot braver than I am for getting into this game.
I wouldn't get in there.
People.
I wouldn't get in there, and I'm sure that this was a total accident. Didn't do anything on purpose. So we'll get those. Let's see how she's doing here, just to see if she can get out there. And John comes out to see his son, you know, and it was a total accident. But you know what? It was fun. You get out there, you get the chance to get in the ring, and she threw some great punches. You know, Aaliyah coming out and doing the best that she could do tonight.
Got that knockdown from that.
Yeah, right
punch.
off the bat. You know, and it was probably going to be a close round between the two.
Yeah, listen, you know, when you're forced to engage in this type of situation,
right.
it's a lot of stress. It's a lot for anybody to deal with,
right.
you know, adults. So for these kids to be going out here and doing this in front of everybody, I mean, it's a big,
right.
you know, big traumatic experience. She's going to be a little emotional, but you know, she went out there, she did great, and she'll definitely learn from this.
Both of those kids are winners in my book. They come all the way up. Aaliyah comes all the way up from Virginia Beach, and Csoka's child, man, he's awesome, and we'll see John a little bit later in the fights. So a ton more to come up here in CageZilla 53 here in Manassas Park, Virginia. You guys are watching at home. Stick around. We'll be right back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Michael Doman has called a stop to the action. 1 minute and 33 seconds into the first round. That will end the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for both of these fighters putting on a great show. Great job, guys.
Sorry. Michael Doman raised everybody's hands. I thought we were ready to go. Now Chris made the announcement. Now we're good to go. As the dad shake hands, and now we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll get this CageZilla 53 on the way.